25 of those things. Let me um, share this joint because I still got to do too much on mine for it to go live. I don't know about my. I think my privacy is automatically set to only me for that for some reason.
Sure.
But our top five list for this week will be the top five heist movies of all time. Best, since we need to be particular
You
about
gonna
that.
do this every week?
Yes,
Like,
yes,
You gonna be Captain Petty every week?
yes. I don't know that it's petty as much as it is. It's
No,
fun.
it's petty. It's petty.
It's context. It's context giving. Is what it is. Um, so yes, welcome back. We love you guys. Unless you know what, I'm gonna make a conscious choice not to be messy today. We love you guys.
What was that?
We love you guys. I was gonna say some people that we don't love, but that would be wrong, I guess. You know what I mean?
I
So
mean,
I'm
I
gonna
love everybody, man.
No, you don't.
What?
No, you don't.
Who do I not love? I love all people. I might not like everybody.
Yeah.
I can love you and not like you.
That's a conversation in itself.
You don't think you think Jesus liked everybody? You think he liked sinners? He loved us, but he don't like
Yeah. I don't know. That's an interesting question, though.
You can love you can love a family member and not like them.
I mean, you can love.
I'm gonna have to agree with Javon on this one.
Yeah. Look, I didn't say you couldn't. I was just thinking.
There's people I love a lot. I love all the time, but I don't like them all the time.
I was about to say something that was going to get me in trouble. I was about to say something. I would keep it to myself. I would keep it to myself.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, we're in the spirit of not.
I would keep it to myself.
Dang, that crap's not going.
What are you doing?
YouTube. It's not streaming to.
It's not on YouTube.
No.
Mm-mm.
Well, get it together. Get it together.
Like it normally is. It Restream did some weirdish, but I'll fix it. I'll figure it out. Because I think you can add channels as you're going, if I'm not mistaken.
What'd you say?
I said you can add channels as you're going, if I'm not mistaken.
All right. I don't know how to do none of that. That we should have probably figured that out. Probably should have figured that out like 10, 15 minutes ago.
Well,
Denny's
up there.
Y'all know I don't know.
I don't know how to do that, dude. I don't know what you mean.
I got it. Just keep talking.
Hold on. Let me see.
What are we supposed to be talking about today?
I don't know. What are we talking about today, man?
One of the things was DJ Envy saying that SZA is this like the modern day Mary J. I feel like they were probably.
He said that in like referring to her like her music, like what her music is about.
He said it in like terms of like that she's one of them ones. That's one. Two, like her music and what she puts into it. Dad, Eugene, you had to come in that hot. It's almost like Passion of the Christ
to Morgan.
Passion of the Christ is a high school.
Morgan, if you put Passion of the Christ on your list today, I'm gonna have to ban you for a week. Like for
you gonna ban
me for a week, man.
I'm gonna have to second the ban.
Like
again, ban. How are you two niggas gonna ban me from my
banned?
I'm just saying.
What's good, Manuel? Yeah, Passion of the Christ is definitely a heist movie, but we'll talk about it later.
No, we won't.
Yeah, we will. Yeah,
it won't be a long conversation.
Yeah, it will.
It'll be a very, very, very short one.
Ryan, don't do this. Stop. Don't.
Ryan, man, I thought Ryan was gonna get on the show, man. Ryan be pulling movies out of nowhere, dude. That's a film connoisseur.
He's a movie connoisseur, bro. All right. So SZA. Oh, okay. So the lane, I would just play it because I sent y'all the clip earlier and I could scroll to it, but Envy's point pretty much. Well, all right. So they started out with just giving SZA her flowers. That's where it started. But then I think it went to like Envy would just like Envy and Charlamagne were talking about like how hard she works on the craft, the fact she still has some mystery to her. Like she doesn't do interviews like that. She puts her music out. You know what I'm saying? People love it. People vibe to it, especially the newer generation. And you know, I'm not gonna cap and say I can't see likenesses. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying that she is Mary J. Because I don't know that she came on the scene in the same way, but I do think she's one of them ones though. I think her last album and how well that album did and how insanely well respected and talked about her tour is makes it clear that she's one of them ones. I don't think that's debatable. While I'm doing that, I think the poll and y'all can start in if you want to, but I think the poll came out even. It was 2 for Jess, 2 for me, and 2 for Javon. Danny came out to early lead, and then he got so.
That's no winner, man. Nobody gets no points this week.
Nah, nigga, nah. Y'all fought me about this last year. Talk about, you know what I'm saying, if it's a tie and everybody gets points. I thought that was the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
You gotta stop saying y'all because I was the one that agreed with you.
A 2-way tie makes sense, but not a 3-way tie.
That don't matter. It's on the board now, cuz. Okay, so everybody got one on the board now.
Honestly, I don't know one SZA song, so it's probably not.
Yes, you do.
Give me give me a SZA song that I might know.
You never heard Kill Bill? You never heard Kill Bill?
If I'm with you, how could I snooze and miss the moment?
You've heard that's SZA?
Yeah, that's SZA.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay.
Nobody like
you. It ain't Mary J Blige though. We you know this is my issue. All right, and this
Control album, she got mad hits on there too.
This can go for a lot of things. This can go for sports. This can go for movies, music, whatever. We have this thing where we try to like compare like modern people to like people who legends, and I don't have a problem with like if you want to say the style of the person is this is similar to this, that's fine with me. I'm okay with that. But we like she, you know, don't give me that she's married. All right, like SZA is SZA. She's not similar in style or singing or anything to Mary J Blige, so I don't even know how Mary's name popped up. Mary J Blige's been in this game since like early 90s. And been dropping like I can't think of one album she's put out that didn't have a hit. Like we got to stop, man. We so quick to want to compare.
Wow.
People.
Hey.
Ryan is not lying. Ryan never lied.
People have been spicy today, and I like it.
Ryan ain't never lied, man. You ain't never lied, Ryan. This dude, you know, Morgan and his movies, man.
I don't only watch movies from 2000.
If it's pre-2000, it don't count in Morgan mine. That goes for music too.
If it looks old, yeah, you know.
If that comes from music too, Mary.
But I've been fixing that, and I'll explain again for those who may not understand. Again, nobody wants to be themed. Nobody wants to be themed. This
I don't know what this.
I don't know what you meant to say, William.
William, you gotta retype that. How SZA this generation's married when Mary's still here.
See, okay, so I don't think that they're saying it's a new generation. So it'd be like
that's funny.
Again, they were highlighting her as one of them ones, as if meaning.
What does that mean?
At the end of her career, she will have a career that puts her up there with the other greats.
I'm not gonna say that right now.
Well, that's fine. But that's what they're saying.
I gotta stop doing that because there's a lot of people who we thought were gonna have great careers and they didn't. Like we gotta stop. We gotta stop that.
I don't know that we do. I think it's the same conversation about Mahomes and Brady. Like,
right, and I think we got to stop that right now because it's not even close, and it's not even close.
It can't be close because of the places they are in their career. But if somebody is on their trail to it, that's what you're talking about. You're talking about the possibility of their trajectory.
Let me put it to you this way. Let me put it to you this way. I've never thought we should be comparing Jordan and LeBron. right?
LeBron started that.
Hold on. I feel like if you're going to compare people, you compare people to their contemporaries. You compare them to the people that are out with them now. That if you compared Usher when he dropped his "Do You Remind Me" album to Stevie Wonder, that's foolishness. Because Stevie had already had years and years and years of hits. And he, you know what I'm saying? Like,
is Usher one of the greatest artists of
now, because he has a significant amount of time, a significant amount of hits behind him now.
Did we know early on how good Usher was?
No, we don't know how good. I don't think no one thought Usher was going to be what Usher became when You Remind Me came out. I don't think we did.
Did we know that Chris Brown was going to be Chris Brown when he started?
I don't know.
I did.
I don't know.
Okay, I did.
I don't think so.
I did. He had a hit.
He had a hit.
We knew Chris. We knew Chris Brown was a bona fide star from that first album. Everyone did.
We knew he was a star, but I don't think about.
Danny need to get some sleep, bro.
I don't think I think about like new artists and form, like as far as longevity goes, like their career impact is going to be like even with like Javon said about
Chris Brown is trash.
About
Ryan, come on,
athletes. Like I don't even think about that as far as athletes. Like we do it with LeBron because he's 20 years in now. Like his career is almost over.
People were doing that way earlier though.
I mean, but even
was the problem, which is exactly what I'm talking about.
But I'm saying like 10, 15 years in, okay, cool. We can kind of compare because we've seen similar length careers. But
I agree.
But at the same time, like when they were first coming out, like we might have thought the same thing about somebody like Neo. We might have been like, oh, Neo gonna be, he's gonna be a star forever. Neo
is one of my favorite artists, but I'm not putting him on the level with Chris Brown, and the reason is because Chris Brown out the gate showed us that he could dance out of his mind, and he also showed he could sing out of his mind. So yes, you're waiting to see how many hit albums he has, but when you see a talent on that level, you know the talent that you just saw.
What level do you think Chris Brown is at? Do you think Chris Brown is?
He's one of the best of our lifetime. He's absolutely one of the best artists of our lifetime.
Do you think he's on the same level as Usher?
I think he will be.
I'm trying to figure out how to put this. I feel like Chris Brown has been successful, but a lot of it came from infamy, though. Because I think I don't think he was as big a, like, when he dropped, like, maybe, was it the first album or two albums before the Rihanna controversy happened? Like,
I think that's the only reason that people talk about him the way that they do, to be honest with you.
But my point is that elevated his like profile. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it was the music that necessarily elevated his profile to the level that it is now. Now he was able to sustain it with the music.
I disagree with that only because, again, Chris Brown was a megastar. When Rihanna and him met and started to date, and the rumors got out,
he was a megastar with his first album.
Nobody's a megastar with their first album.
I don't know about that.
Oh, okay. Well,
Boyz II Men dropped. They were megastars with their first album.
Word. Okay. Well,
am I wrong?
I don't know. I don't know what gauge you want to use. In my opinion, I don't think if you're a megastar with your first album, congratulations. But I think then it comes down to, okay, well, how many? Again, look, what we're talking about is because he can dance and he can. All right, listen. If you guys don't like Chris Brown, that's fine.
I don't dislike Chris Brown.
Trying to say
I don't dislike Chris Brown.
Trying to say that.
I don't think
my point. Go ahead, Danny. Go ahead, Danny.
Who did the tribute to Michael Jackson?
Didn't they cancel it? Didn't they cut it?
No,
a lot of people did.
I was going to say a lot of people have done tributes to Michael Jackson,
but I don't.
Have you ever? Okay, y'all. Let's just stop talking about Chris Brown because this is getting ready to cross into something else. It's fine.
Why are you stopping the conversation? Because
I'm going to take myself out of it because I don't think this is coming from a genuine place. I think it comes from what you talked about. It comes from the
do you listen
infamy
to-
that got attached to him based on what happened to Rihanna. In my opinion.
No, it does not.
That's what it
No, it
comes
does
from.
not. Do you listen to a lot of Chris Brown music today? Are there songs of Chris Brown?
I listened to his new album, yes, when it came out. But I've also listened to his old albums, and I also have always enjoyed watching him do whatever.
So
But
you're
it's
a
cool.
fan.
Hey,
you're
look,
a
y'all
fan
say
of
what
him.
you
Brown
want.
more than
Wait,
you listen
you're
to
a
John
fan of him.
Legend?
Hey, listen, I am
That's
taking
a good
myself out
question.
of the Chris Brown thing.
That's a
You
good
guys can
question.
talk about it. I'm just gonna back off of it because I
I'm
don't
just
feel
asking.
like it's a genuine
Morgan,
conversation.
he just
Well, you're
asked you
saying
a
that you don't
question.
feel like that, but I'm asking you an honest question. I'm not
I
asking
answered
you
it,
about
though.
any. I'm
I
not
answered
asking you anything about what happened with
I hear
whoever.
you, but didn't I
And I'm
answer it,
saying,
bro?
when we're comparing like R&B artists, if you're honestly telling me that Chris Brown's music has impacted you the way that John Legend, Michael Jackson, like so many other R&B, like I
I ain't
listen to
gonna
a
say
lot
that,
of
Kev.
Tank.
Don't
I
say that.
listen to Tank a lot. Tank is my favorite R&B artist, but I would not say that his impact has been near either one of those artists. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't put him on the same level as those artists because even though I listen to it, I know he doesn't have the other things. Chris Brown is not, he does not write his own music. He is not a musician. He's a performer. He's a good singer and he's a performer. And
I'm not even going there. I think he is a superstar right now. I would say of the later generation of 2000, when did he come out? 2004, 2005, 2005 on, he's probably the most famous R&B guy to come out in that time, not including Bruno. Bruno is the only dude that got up there the same with Chris Brown. That's his contemporary in my head. I don't put him on the same level as Usher because Usher has the longevity, plus he has the hits. He has more hits than Chris Brown. And his hits, in my opinion, have endured longer than Chris Brown's hits. Let me rephrase it. He has more hits that have endured longer than Chris Brown's hits. So, and again, I like some Chris Brown music. Like I like Take You Down. I like No BS. Like I like Chris Brown music. But I can't put him on the level, and this is the same argument we've had about Janet Jackson and Beyonce for the longest time. I don't put him on the level of people who've been doing it as long or longer. Like you got to be a mega super blazing star, which is the only reason, like say Beyonce can be in the same conversation as say Janet Jackson, Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, because her she is crossed over on such an insane level that there's only so few people who've ever crossed over on her level. I don't know that Chris Brown. This is gonna sound weird. I don't know if Chris Brown has crossed over on the level of Usher. Like I think, like not everybody gets a Vegas residency. Could Chris Brown get a Vegas residency? He could. Absolutely, he probably could. But I think if you ask like the average person if they know Chris Brown or they ask Usher, that's a generational question. You know what I'm saying? Does that make any sense? Like, I'm not trying to dog Chris Brown. Chris Brown, like I said, is him and Bruno for anybody past 2005. Him and Bruno, that's it. Maybe John Legend is like a slight tier underneath, but John got crossover. He got crossover as well. Stop, Kevin, man. Why are you hating?
Nah, he can't. But that's more
what Kevin.
More
he can't what?
If he's saying Chris Brown can't get a residency, that's more something else though. I think
he can absolutely get a residency.
I think he's got the catalog for it.
Stop hating.
I think he does have a catalog for it. But
if Jodeci can get a Vegas residency, Chris Brown can get a Vegas residency. All right, Jodeci just starting theirs in like a few weeks, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're doing a Vegas residency. So I mean, if Jodeci can, Chris Brown definitely can. Now, do I think it would be the cultural touchstone that Usher's Vegas residency has been? I don't know. Usher's Vegas residency literally broke up a couple. Like he literally broke up a couple.
That was a conspiracy. I think that was great marketing. I don't think that was.
Bruno was already on the other side. I'm trying to think. What was Bruno's first album? Yeah, but Bruno has been able to he's been able to bounce back and forth. He can cross over. He hop, skips, and jumps across like culture. You know what I mean? Like the cultural divide. That dude can do no wrong, really. He just be putting out good music. I like him better than Chris Brown, but that's because I mean a lot of Chris Brown's later stuff is way too hip hop. Well, way too modern hip hop, and I don't like modern hip hop.
So, but SZA, we're gonna go ahead and say that SZA is not on. Again, I think the argument for SZA and Mary J is, and that may be where so much of the backlash came for like people coming for envy is because of what you're saying. Like, I think maybe people are at a point where they just don't want to.
That's not true, Kevin.
Maybe people are at a point where they just don't want to like too early give people those type of that type of prestige, and I get that, but for me I can do it only because I'm looking at how things are. To me, we're having a conversation about the trajectory of the career. Like, so the easiest way to do it would be like, okay, at this point in their career, where was this person and where was that person at the exact same points in their career, at the exact same age with the exact same amount of time in, like how successful were they at the exact same points, and then you continue to track it that way.
How long has SZA been out?
I don't know. She came out with Control maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I'm about to look.
So, and you saying in her 3 or 4 years, is on par with Mary J Blige. How many albums did she put out? That's a better question. How many albums?
Her second album just came out this last year.
All right. So
the first album came out in 2017.
So she's only put out 2 albums.
Mm-hmm.
And you think at 2 albums, she's on the same trajectory as Mary J Blige. So you think she's established herself?
Both of her albums, I would say so. I would say yes, based on, again, and the reason.
Now, you remember what albums Mary put out first, the first 2 albums?
I'm not ignorant.
I don't know, man. I didn't say you were ignorant. I didn't say that.
No, I'm saying I'm not ignorant of the.
Okay.
I'm talking about in context. I'm not saying I'm ignorant all the way. I'm talking about in this conversation.
I don't know, dude.
So, and the only reason I say that is because SZA's tour just broke records. Her album just broke records. Her Control did the exact same thing. She came out the box slapping people. She's been slapping people with both albums this entire time. Now, the difference is she's in her generation. Mary J has.
I agree.
Mary J had. So that's what I'm saying. To me, the only way to fairly compare this is to put, okay, a Mary J 2 albums in, where was she at? Prestige wise, record sales wise, tours wise, where was she at? And then compare that to SZA 2 albums in, where is she at? Nobody's saying that she's Mary J yet. What they're saying is, like, again, with Charlamagne and Envy were talking about it, they were saying she's one of them ones. They believe that she has the potential to be one of the best of all time. One of the best, not the best, one of the best. Just the same as how we consider for my grandmother's generation, it'd probably be Smokey Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Teddy Pendergrass. You know what I'm saying? Marvin Gaye. And it would have seemed like Stevie Wonder, and it would have seemed like blasphemy to say that Usher, or it probably still seems like blasphemy to say Usher compares to them, or if somebody brought up Brian McKnight, or somebody brought up
but if somebody said that now, you at least have a wider berth of a wider category of product to compare it against. You understand what I'm saying? Like, even if you said, okay, if you want to say SZA's been successful, she's absolutely has for the first 2 albums. But if you want to compare the cultural impact of SZA compared to the cultural impact of Mary J Blige's first 2 albums, that's hard to say, man. What's the 411 and Mary in my life? That's I wouldn't even say Jasmine Sullivan, dude. You guys, y'all.
No, that's Kevin. I didn't say that. I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah, wait a minute, hold on. You think Jasmine Sullivan being ridiculous is
Jasmine Sullivan? When it comes to impact and album sales and tours, Jasmine Sullivan can't touch.
Jasmine Sullivan got Grammys to SZA. That's what I'm saying though. Like, I don't understand how you
Let me look and see what Jasmine Sullivan's first album came out.
You can't compare like two seminal albums. Like, honest to God, like, it's a different time. So, and again, I'm not in the generation that listens to SZA. I just don't like.
That's an important fact.
But I acknowledge that.
In 2008. Her first album came out in 2008. So that means she's 9 years ahead of SZA. Right? Okay. So that means she's probably 2 or 3, at least 2, 3, 4 albums.
How many singles did? Let me see how many singles Control for SZA put out. Let me see.
If you don't remember the release of Control, it's because you don't listen to R&B. You don't listen to present R&B because
I'm just looking at Drew Barrymore, Love Galore, The Weeknd, Broken Clocks, Garden, Say It Like That. Those are the 5 singles that came out from her first album.
I remember The Weeknd.
Okay, what's the 411 had? You Remind Me, Real Love, Reminisce, Sweet Thing, and Love No Limit.
I'm with what Javon said earlier. I think these are 2 completely different times. Like, somebody just said that.
Everybody said that. That was the part of their argument. Was the part of DJ Envy's argument. That's what he said. He said that what they're talking about. I'm gonna say it again. Did he say that she's the Mary J Blige of this generation? Is that what she said? I didn't get to listen to it. Okay. What his point and what they were doing when this started was giving SZA her flowers, and they said, do people give her the flowers that she deserves? And then they had a discussion back and forth about do they, and then both of them said, nah, I don't think they do. I don't think people really realize how impactful her albums are, how massive her hits are, how awesome of an artist she is, that she writes all her own songs, that she does all this stuff, and she still has some mystery to her, whatever. That was part of the conversation they were having before they got to that. Envy the day before that said that he considered her to be this generation's Mary J. And Charlamagne didn't say that, which he made clear today in the YouTube video. But the point is, what they did concede is that they do believe that she's one of them ones, which means they believe that she is one of the best artists of this time. And when she has the same amount of time in the game that Mary J does, she will be in the same.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm fine with her being one of the best right now. I don't understand the comparison. I probably need to listen to it. Like, did he actually expound on it? Did he expand on it?
It would definitely help if you listen to it, because I don't want to speak for him. What I took from what they said is that they're saying that of this generation, SZA has the potential to be in the same bracket, similar to how we would talk about Beyonce being in our generation, and now we can put Beyonce. Saying that you can't put Beyonce in Janet, Whitney, and Mariah's category, I don't think works anymore. I think everybody would. Okay, so but my
I never said that though.
I didn't say you said it, Javon. Okay. At no point did I say that.
I just want to make sure.
I didn't though. I didn't say it. The words never came out of my mouth. Okay, so SZA has 2 albums. Her first album came out in 2017. So we're 6 years into her career. 6 years. We're 6 years into her career. Their only point is that they believe by the time, they believe by the time that she has as much time in the game as Mary J, she will have that type of respect. She will have built that type of catalog, and she'll have built that type of following. The same as
I think that's a hard. That goes to my point about that's a hard thing. We like. People say, "Oh, this person's going." Because I remember, what's that dude? There's been a few, singers that have come out and this person's going to be the next this and this, and this person's going to be the next this and this. Like they used to say, Chris Brown was going to be the next Michael Jackson. I will never forget that. They said Chris Brown going to be the next Michael Jackson.
They said it for a reason.
But did it happen though?
I don't want to go back.
That's my point, though.
There's a reason that it did not happen for Chris Brown.
But we all know. Do you understand my point, though? Do you understand my point? When people say this person's going to be the next such and such, I'm saying we got to stop doing that. Huh?
Can't say that more because Michael Jackson definitely had his hiccups in his career, and he still ended up being Michael Jackson. He definitely had some.
When
you don't remember the whole child allegate? You don't remember he had like whole trials and stuff.
How big was Michael Jackson before that happened?
You don't remember how he was hanging babies off?
How big was Michael Jackson before that happened?
Exactly. Like,
Well, you
Chris
just
Brown,
said that Chris Brown was a megastar when his first
Chris
album.
Brown never got to that to as big as he was before he even stumbled, like you said. I mean,
My only point is we got to stop doing that. Let's let it happen. We could say, "Oh, he's great right now," or "She's great right now," or da 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 da. Let's just let it happen. Like, let's let it happen. Let's stop calling people the next Jordan. Let's stop calling people the next Usher, next Stevie Wonder. Let's stop, because every time we do that, then it becomes like then it becomes this thing. And if they don't reach it, then we put all this pressure on, for them to be the next such and such. LeBron James would probably be so less stressed out if he didn't start that I'm the next, MJ thing, or whatever. Every record, Scissors, SOS, broke while the top.
LeBron did not put himself on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
LeBron called himself King James.
King James.
He decided to put on number 23 on purpose.
Why would you call it? Don't do that.
There's a lot of people wearing.
We don't need to go back into that.
Don't do that.
Everybody wanted to be like Mike. Everybody wanted to be like Mike.
He the only one that said that. He the only one that said it though.
Who said? Okay, all right.
Anyway, people break Billboard charts all the time, man. Like, charts are made to be broken.
Yeah,
Billboard is BS. Stop, Javon. What did I say? What did I say?
Because when we said Drake broke all of Michael Jackson's records, that don't mean jack squat.
Nothing, man.
I mean jack squat.
Kanye called himself the next Steve Jobs.
Hey, he did. He did.
Called himself the chosen one. He did.
See, that's why. See
that again.
That's why these conversations to me are hard, because I think people put. I think there are reasons and a lot, and honestly, because these conversations are bringing up people that have had problematic things in their career that have taken away from their talent, it's harder to have those conversations. Because if Kanye hadn't done all the things that Kanye's done, and we were just talking about his music catalog and his accomplishments, right? So the shoe line, the Yeezys, his run with all those freaking Italian brands, I don't know him and I don't care. His music career and all those type of things. If he had all of that, and let's say we had kept Donda Kanye when Donda was still here, when his mother was still here, before things went off the rails in a whole lot of different ways. If he did not have all the horrible press that he brought on himself, But if he did not have those things, people would not dare challenge to say that Kanye's not one of the most transformative artists of all time, period, in any facet. Nobody would question that. The reason they question it is because of the things that he's done that detract from that, rightfully so. He who shall not be named, right? The only reason we don't talk about this person is because of the horrible things that he has now had proven to be done. But
you're making my point, though.
But you can't take away from him.
I'm not taking away nothing. I'm just saying, wait.
I'm not talking to you specifically.
No. But I'm saying that's my point. That's why we wait. That's why we should wait. Like, it's like talking about an athlete and saying this dude is going to be the next such and such. And then he break his leg or mess up his knee. Then he ain't the next such and such.
Yeah, but there's levels to it, right? There's levels to it. So, like I said, SZA is 2 albums in, but those 2 albums are 2 of the most successful albums. SZA's first 2 albums are 2 of the most successful albums of all time. You can't take that away from her. So that already puts her in a different stratosphere from so many other different artists that you even want to compare her to from this generation. She's already light years ahead of them because their albums can't touch hers. That's why when you brought up who was it you brought up earlier? Jasmine Sullivan. I love Jasmine Sullivan. If we're talking about just singing wise, nobody's in the class with her. We talked about that not too long ago. But career and albums, she can't possibly touch SZA. And I mean that with all the respect in the world. But SZA's concert just broke all kinds of records. Her album just broke all kinds of records. Control did the same thing. Like, you can't compare her and Jasmine Sullivan at all. You can't. It's not.
So who can we compare SZA to?
That's new. That's a new artist.
I'm asking who we can compare, because I was the one that did say compare them to contemporaries, and leave it at that. And then when the careers are closer to the end than the beginning, then we can look at it as a whole.
So SZA came out in 2017. Let me look.
Like you said about Kanye West, we can look at his career and look at his body of work as a whole and put it up against, previous heavyweights. Usher, we can look at his career as a whole and pull it up against previous heavyweights. I would not put SZA's, I would not do the disrespect SZA as an artist to compare her with Mary J Blige. As many you could say, as many records as she's broken with this album, I guarantee I can put.
I put her up
again.
there.
Let me put.
I put her up there talent wise, but SZA's more successful by a good bit.
You think SZA's more successful than her?
It's not comparable. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, but you going by Billboard though, like that. Billboard
I'm
ain't
going by
always
everything. I'm going by streams. I'm going by
you
Billboard.
think more
I'm
people know SZA than her?
If more people know her than SZA, it's because her has now crossed over into film, into plays. That would be the reason that they know more people.
I want to say her has more awards than SZA does by far. I would imagine.
So what are we gauging success by? Because if you're just going by the billboards, that's fine. But we can't talk like more people don't know her than SZA.
I like both.
I think way more people know her than SZA. Way more people. This girl has had freaking Coca-Cola branding. Didn't she play on the Super Bowl too? Wasn't she in the Super Bowl?
She was also Belle in the Beauty and the Beast musical, like on Disney Plus. Like I don't know.
Her I would say hers cultural impact is greater than SZA's, and you might not like that, but now
I'm tired, sleepy. Sorry.
They had a hard day of work, man. Hard day of work. That's just my. I mean, I know more her songs than I do SZA, and I don't know a ton of her songs. Morgan doing his research. He's vigorously clicking away. Honestly, couldn't tell you which from which. You got until SZA started singing about fried chicken and Burger King. She not.
Dang.
Yo, who is Facebook user here? Who is
the
that?
Burger King commercial?
You don't what really just?
I think a lot of this conversation and the reason there's a barrier that's not going to leave is because
we need some young people.
You don't listen to SZA.
That's what we need.
You don't listen to SZA, and we're not from that generation. So I think that's a lot of this.
What's SZA's biggest song? Control.
Right now is probably the one you Snooze is probably. I mean, people play that
of all time, like her biggest song of all time. Would it be the Oh, she did the
Weeknd's one of them. Weeknd's one of them. Snooze is one of them. Kill Bill's one of them. She had at least 5 or 6 hits off of this album right here.
No, I mean,
not counting Control.
Comparatively, I'm saying like between her and SZA, I guess The Weeknd would be her biggest song, I think. And hers,
her got Focus.
Focus is probably gonna be
her Focus has okay.
Focus was everywhere, dude.
I'm gonna let y'all do the research because they want me to get off Google. Y'all look it up. When you get time, look it up. You just look it up and then y'all can prove it to yourself. But I would argue again, and I hope that you guys do look it up.
What do you want us to look up though? What do you want us to look up? Because you keep saying
guys are comparing her and SZA, and y'all are saying that y'all think her has bigger hits than SZA, and I'm just saying you should look it up.
I know. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I was just comparing that. I would say compare their biggest songs. And to me,
hers biggest song is not bigger than SZA's biggest song.
But you can't even tell me what is her.
I just told you 2 of them. I just told you 2 of them. Google it. Google it.
Listen,
there's no point in this conversation. You don't listen to it. It's fine. I'm done with it.
Morgan, I said her biggest implies one.
Look it up when you get ready. Look it up when you get ready.
What would you say Usher's biggest song is?
Confessions. No, yeah.
Biggest, right? So you said one song. That's what I'm asking from Morgan. Morgan gave me 4. He gave me 4 or 5.
I was asking for the same thing, but he doesn't want to
Yeah,
talk
well,
about
you could say Confessions, but I could say My Way. I could say
I would say yeah. I would say yes.
You can
Superstar.
say My
I
Way
could say
too.
yeah. That's
Ain't no
that's
way
you can say.
Superstar.
Yes,
Oh,
Usher's
Superstar
Don't do
wasn't a
that.
hit.
Superstar ain't his
Superstar
biggest.
is not his biggest song. Yeah, it's Usher's biggest song.
Yeah,
it's
My
Usher's
Way.
biggest
Yeah,
song.
My Way. You
My Way
remind
ain't
me.
bigger than Usher.
Yeah, My Way. You remind
Listen
me.
to me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
Remind me
has been in movies.
You remind.
has been everywhere, dude.
Hey,
You Remind Me is not a bigger hit than Yeah, dude. Come on, dude.
I didn't say it is.
That's what
The
we're
point-
talking
The
about.
point that I was making is that you can name more than one song for these
Yeah, but
artists.
we're
that
talking
are- that are
about
their
one.
top
I asked
songs.
you what her
The
one.
only way you're gonna find out which one it is to Google it, which is what I asked you to do.
How am I? How's it gonna Google? If I say
You can-
okay, I'm gonna
it's-
type
your
in.
computer's in front
No,
of
no,
you
no.
right
I
now,
got
right?
you. No, no, no. SZA's biggest song, biggest hit. Let's do that. Since Morgan can't answer. All right, it says
I
Kill
answered
Bill.
it. You didn't listen to me.
You didn't say Kill Bill though.
didn't say Kill Bill became SZA's
I
first
named
one.
say that.
Kill Bill 5 minutes ago.
You didn't say that though.
Oh my god!
Kill Bill
I
became
gave you,
SZA's
what
first
did you
one.
just, what did you just say out of your
Am I
mouth? You
wrong?
said I gave you 4 songs when you asked me the
Danny,
biggest
am I
hit.
wrong?
Ain't that what you said?
Danny, when I
I'm-
asked him what his
I'm with
biggest
you on
song
this,
was, did he
Javon.
say Kill Bill?
He did not say
Okay,
Kill Bill.
cool.
Okay.
Kill
And then
Bill.
you like Google it, so I Google it, and it's not the song that you said first. It
I
ain't
gave
even
you
the
4
third song.
songs.
That's the.
I said
All right,
The
man.
Weeknd.
All right, man.
I said The Weeknd because that's the
All
one
right,
that comes to my mind for SZA. But
I gave you 5 options.
I don't think
Just
Kill
the same
Bill
as I did
was
for Usher. I could say again.
And if
You guys,
but if you
guys have the top songs for people in your head, and you're right, and you can Google them right now off the top of your head, that's what's up.
are we
That's
really gonna
I'm proud of you.
pretend like Yeah is not the biggest song that Usher's ever did?
I didn't say it wasn't. I what I said is that I can give you.
Danny, are you hearing the
songs that
same
are
thing
among
that's
his
coming
top
out of
hits.
Morgan's mouth that I am?
I hear you.
Okay, cool. Because I'm trying, like Morgan trying to gaslight me here, like for real.
He
I'm not
is. He is.
gaslighting you.
Like
we just
Morgan
don't. We don't agree, and I told you that. 10,
No, it's
15
not
minutes
about.
ago,
It's
and you
not
continue
about.
to
No,
talk
no,
about
Morgan.
it. I told you I
Morgan.
was done with it 10 minutes ago.
Morgan, it's not about not agreeing.
Maybe he
You're
did.
saying one thing and then you switch it and then you say another and then
Thank
you
you,
pretend
Jess.
like you didn't say
Thank you,
the other
Jess.
thing.
Thank
Maybe
you,
he
Jess.
did.
All
I
right.
didn't hear him say Kill Bill.
Thank you, Jess.
Just that's what
Thank
I
you,
said.
Jess.
He said 3 things. I asked for his biggest song. I asked for her biggest song.
And the point that I've been trying to make to you is that it
then you
depends
said,
on who you're asking.
Time out though. But then you said Google it, like Google was going to give me the answer.
It
and
gave
then-
you one of the answers.
And it wasn't even the first answer that you gave me though.
So Jess remembers something, and he just pulled it out of the air. Then I didn't say it. He
It's-
just lying
not
on.
what I
He just lying
said.
on purpose.
Quite simple. We just go back.
It's
and
cool.
watch the video.
Morgan, he is saying exactly what I said. You gave me like
Word.
3 or 4 options. You just
Right.
said I gave
I
you
didn't
4
remember.
options.
I didn't remember him saying Kill Bill, but if he
Thank
did,
you. Thank you, Just. I asked for a song. You gave me songs.
Yeah, and I'm continuing to give you the same thing when you ask.
Okay,
about
so
Usher.
Danny, you understand where I am, right? When I'm asking you for one song and you gave me 5. Yes, Morgan out there like the Buffalo Bills, like kick the field goal. I'm kicking it to the stands. No, kick the field goal through
How
the
about them?
uprights.
I kicked
Come
the
on
field
now.
goal through the post,
No, you
and now it's
didn't.
in the stands.
No, you
You
didn't.
remember.
You overthrowing passes right now.
About them-
I'm
That's
asking
fine.
you to throw the ball into my hand.
I'm sorry for
Into
frustrating
my
you, sir.
hand.
I got a
I
question.
apologize.
I
I
got a
apologize for
I
frustrating
asked
you,
you
man.
for-
I'm so sorry.
I got a question. I got a
If I
question.
ask you for your favorite, if I ask you for your one favorite movie and you
Mhm.
give me 6, then you're not answering my question.
And you want to know what I would do? I would give you those because I would have to think through which one is my favorite song.
I got a question.
So I would have to name them out loud
Okay.
and then try to whittle one down.
Did you
That's
do
what I
that,
on
though?
this show
Did
every
you do
week.
that
That's
right
literally
here?
the concept of this show.
Did you do that right here? Did you do that right here though?
Did I do what?
Did
I
you
wasn't
do
listening.
what you just said? Did you name them out and then you go, well, I'm gonna
Yes.
go with this one.
Yes.
So what was your answer when I said again? When I asked you again, what was the number 1 biggest hit? Did you say Kill Bill?
No, I said Kill Bill was one of
Okay,
them.
cool. All right. As long as Danny understands how I'm being gaslit right now, that's all right though.
You're not
what
being
is
gaslit.
SZA's
It's
number
over
one
with.
song?
You're still talking about it.
Hers number 1 song, I would say hers probably. Let's see, hers. Focus.
It's gotta be Focus.
Hers biggest hit could have been. That's what it
I
says.
don't know.
Most popular song by her could have been. I don't know if I would agree with that, but I would
Oh,
say
okay.
Focus. But that's me.
Well,
I'm giving
I don't
my
know.
one song.
I don't know if I agree with that is exactly the point I've been making this whole time.
No,
I said it depends on who you ask. That is what I said. I said it a long
I
time ago.
didn't. But did I say against that though?
I didn't
never
say
said
against it either.
that.
That's why I named more than one. That's the
But
only point
Negro, I
I've been trying
asked
to
you
make.
for your.
And I gave you mine, Javon. I'm not talking about this anymore. It's pointless.
Do y'all think the NFL is rigged?
I'm not talking about that either.
Thank you, Facebook user. Thank you, Facebook user. Thank you. I don't think the NFL is rigged, but the Buffalo Bills are cursed, man. Like I would be real.
I feel like they want the 49ers to win. I feel like somebody wants the 49ers to win real bad.
Why?
Listen, just from the y'all know I don't really watch the NFL, but I watch NFL adjacent content, and it just seemed like a lot of people are convinced that they want the 49ers to win. And I'm happy for Kyron because Kyron's a 49ers fan, but
hey, Buffalo sucks, man. I'm sorry.
They got Christian.
Sorry, dude. Sorry, man. I hate. Listen, I was rooting for the Buffalo Bills. I would like a Taylor Swift less Super Bowl.
That's got to be Kevin Chapman. That's the only person I ever heard defend the Buffalo Bills.
Hey, listen, man. I was rooting for the Buffalo Bills, man. I needed y'all to get rid of Taylor Swift, man, and y'all failed spectacularly. And now I got to root for damn Lamar Jackson. It's all on you, Lamar.
He the only one that can save us.
He the only one that can save us. Lamar Superman Jackson is the only one that can save us. So, it is what it is right now. Now, if the NFL is rigged, they want to see Taylor and Kelsey kiss under confetti. I don't know if I watched that Super Bowl. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if I can watch it.
Did y'all want to talk about Dave Chappelle's comments about Club Shay?
Yeah.
Or y'all want to do the list?
No, we can talk about it. Go ahead.
I understand about what Dave Chappelle was saying. I mean, like Dave Chappelle is a comedian too, and that kind of goes along with. I said from the beginning that Katt Williams' interview was it was comedy. Just like I watched most of Country Wayne's after that. Of course, there's some truth in what he was saying.
Wait, that Country Wayne one was a real Club Shay?
Yeah.
I thought it was fake. I thought it was.
Nah, he did it.
I gotta rewatch it now, man.
Yeah, he did a whole, I want to say 2.5 hours or whatever, and he talked about his upbringing and all that stuff. But it was mostly comedy, so just take all that with a grain of salt.
Danny, man, why are you so tired, man?
I don't know, man. I have no clue. I worked from home today. I haven't been out the house. I went to Greensboro once, but hey.
You're supposed to take naps, man. You're supposed to take naps while you were at home.
I didn't get a chance to. The kids was home today, so I didn't get a chance to take.
Oh, no school?
Yeah, they was out. They've been out for 2 days, but they go back tomorrow. Thank you, Jesus.
For a holiday?
No, they've just had two, like a mini break. After it was the end of the semester, so they get 2 days at the end of the quarter. Yeah, like some people had testing, some people didn't. So
Anyway, I don't got no kids in high school anymore, so I don't know.
Oh yeah. Did y'all see the SNL? Oh, I didn't see.
I didn't get to see it yet. I didn't get to see it yet.
I saw clips. I haven't seen the whole thing, but I saw clips. I thought the clips were pretty funny, but I didn't.
Still saying that, but that's the one thing that's consistent about us. But also, I will say that I might be ignorant. Maybe comedians in other communities do this, or maybe other, rappers and all the drama and stuff that goes on in the other communities does happen, but we just don't see it because we're not watching it. Maybe country music does it, and white comedians and Asian comedians, maybe they all do it too. But I know that black comedians are always, it seems like, involved in some drama with each other. Somebody always hating on somebody, and the same thing with like musicians and stuff like that. So That's something that I just don't like. I don't like that also, that we always seem to have to dig into the drama in order to get clicks for stuff. So we got to go into the drama to get clicks. And I don't like that. We talked about that before with the Jada Pinkett thing. Even if you on that level, you gotta dig into the drama to get advertisement for your content. And I don't like it.
Go ahead, Morgan.
I don't think it. I hear where Dave's coming from, saying you only coming for us, or you're only coming from. Well, I get what he's saying, especially from the Illuminati side of things, because that's one of my major irritations with the bullcrap with the Illuminati. It's BS to me. I think a lot of times, black people especially, let me not say black people especially, everybody has conspiracy theories, but I hate it most when it comes from us, when they're so stupid. Because like when so the conspiracy that they want to put all black men in dresses, in order for you to be initiated into like the next level, like in order for you to make it into the Illuminati and into the cool club, so that you can get all the jobs, you can get the light skinned wife and all that bullcrap that Cat Williams was talking about. Then you gotta be a black man that wears a dress. And then you find memes of people putting the black people in dresses, when God knows there are white people that have been in dresses all the time. God knows. If you're watching those, if you watch Saturday Night Live, you've seen Will Ferrell in a dress, you've seen Bill Hader in a dress, you've seen. I mean, that's just that one show. That's not counting Miss Doubtfire. That's not counting. You know what I'm saying? There are multiple white comedians and just regular white people that are actors that happen to find themselves in dresses. So that maybe it's a equal opportunity Illuminati. I don't know. Nothing else is equal opportunity. Exactly. But you would think if the Illuminati was rocking like that there would still be a caste system in it. So there would be like a white Illuminati and then a black Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? Like I doubt that there's like a hodgepodge Illuminati.
Yeah.
And if there is a hodgepodge,
JP and Beyonce run the black Illuminati.
Yes. Yeah.
They run it.
And they're the heads of it.
They decide, who gets to get in and get not. And if you want to get in, you gotta wear a dress if you're a man, and if you're a woman, I don't know what the women have to do. Do they allow women into the Illuminati? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Black
it's entirely possible. That sounds like a good initiation gift.
I didn't send in my application, so I don't know.
It's like when Tiger Woods, when Tiger Woods won the Masters, and they were gonna, make sure that for the Masters meal he had fried chicken, and I forgot what the other thing that would make it.
What Patrick Mahomes' wife said was his favorite meal.
It seemed like it's easier to get in the Illuminati than some of these comic book conventions, because
I agree.
C2E2 had mad people waitlisted.
Man, I can't get into C2E2. I couldn't get in the damn Emerald City.
Right. Because we didn't go to that Diddy party, bro.
You had to go
Sometimes you have to say no. Sometimes you got to tell them no.
You got to tell them no. You know what I'm saying? And apparently, because we didn't go to the Diddy party, now we can't get in the Illuminati either. Hey, so now there's no C2E2, no Dragon Con.
If you take it as comedy, it's just entertainment, and I think he was just airing out some frustrations and did it masterfully as far as comedy goes.
Chappelle said, "Hurt people hurt people." That's the only thing I took from it.
I'm like, okay.
The only reason I say that is because Katt came for everybody who he believed was talking about him, for the most part. Some other people caught strays here and there, but he came after. He went after Steve because him and Steve got beef, and they didn't have beef for a while. He came after Kevin Hart because he has an issue with Kevin Hart, a weird issue with Kevin Hart. But the issue nonetheless, like he went after people who mentioned him in some form or fashion, except for Ludacris. Ludacris just called it weird.
I don't know how Ludacris got it, but that's what I'm saying. Like Ludacris, that was so
minding his business, man.
That was so random that like that's just something that you think of you know, as a comedy bit. Like a comedian is just gonna think of something like that. It was like, oh, the side that's something that we had in common. The Illuminati said it can only be one. Like that's just a funny joke, you know. But anyways, before we do the list, what do y'all think about the dang what do you think about Kevin Hart's wife going on tour with Katt Williams? Y'all think that's a low blow, or is that
Petty. That's just
No.
petty.
it's just
That's
petty?
petty, man. It's just petty, man. Listen, man, it's beef, man. They
I don't think Kevin
take low
cares.
blows.
I wouldn't.
Kevin,
would
I
not
don't
care.
think Kevin is big time, yo. We gotta act like Kevin. Kevin got a whole station,
If I was
whole
Kevin, I wouldn't care.
TV station to worry about. He ain't worried about.
If I was Kevin,
Katt
I could care
Williams.
less. I would do exactly what he did, which is be like, I wish them much success. That's exactly what I would have done.
I don't blame
wouldn't have
him at
nothing to
all,
say.
man.
I wouldn't have nothing to say. I don't care. Cause honestly, again, bro, like if you can't get over the internet at the level that they're at, then you're going to be destroyed by it. You know what I'm saying? You cannot be. And again, we probably can circle back to that conversation. I don't think cancel culture is a real thing for anybody other than people that are not famous. I think some rich people could possibly be canceled, but if you're famous, God knows if you're a comedian, you can't be canceled, bro. If you're a comedian and you have an actual fan base, there's no canceling you. There might be taking some endorsements away from you, but there's no canceling you. You will always make your money because you will always have that fan base.
Yeah.
There are certain things that are just not cancelable, and though people want to be able to rule people's lives like that with their thoughts and opinions online, it's not a real thing, and I think people really have to stop that. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be social media activists, which is what most everybody is nowadays, but I think some of the stuff that I think it also can be very toxic too, and people really almost look forward to being able to ruin people's lives for a mistake that they happen to make in public. You know what I'm saying? And I think that crap is lame, honestly, because everybody needs grace at some point because nobody's perfect. So that's another reason I like. You're not gonna see me. I don't know, man. If I go hard on something, it's not because I feel like I'm perfect or something like that. You know what I mean? It's just people be freaking. I don't know.
Yep.
Like
let me give y'all my list real quick so I can.
All right, go ahead.
Top 5 heist movies, and my list is my list. I'm just gonna say that. Number 5, Avengers Endgame, the time heist. Number 4, Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation. Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation.
How was Rogue Nation a heist?
The whole thing was them
stealing what?
There's a lot of Mission Impossibles that qualify.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I don't know if that one was. How was that one a heist?
Isn't that the one where they stole the rabbit's foot? Where you had to do the slingshot in the. Anyway, number 3. Number 3 is Inception. They stole something.
I've still never watched that one in full.
You've never seen Inception?
Not in full.
Wow.
I started and never.
This is what I'm telling you. When he say stuff like this, y'all, I'd be like, yeah, I can't talk movies with Morgan.
That was one of the.
I can't finish it.
Number 2, Die Hard. Die Hard number 1. We talked about that when it's on the poster. And my number 1 is Ocean's 11. I just can't. I wanted to make it something else, but that's the one. Ocean's 11.
Right. I'll go next.
I'll catch y'all's list later. I appreciate y'all. I'll catch y'all later.
All right, I'll go next. Let's go. Number 5, Inception. I had it at number 5 because I thought, it was an interesting concept on a heist movie. So it was probably one of the more interesting ones. Number 4, I got The Town. I love The Town. That's one of my favorite movies. Number 3, Ocean's 11. I really wanted to put Ocean's 13 because I love Ocean's 13, but Ocean's 11 is the number 1. Number 2, Inside Man. Just a fantastic movie from both perspectives of the from the complexity of the heist to everything else. And then listen, man, I gotta go with number one for many reasons, not including it's the namesake of my character, Heat. One of my favorite crime movies, much less heist movies. Definitely got to go with Heat. That's my number one.
All right. All right. Number 5, Passion of Christ. I'm just joking. Number 5, Inside Man. I mean, Denzel Washington is Spike Lee. The plot line was dope. This dude was. I love stuff. That's one of the things I love most about Heist is the complexity of the heist, or the reveal of the heist, or the reveal of the double cross in the heist, or whatever. To me, most heist movies, especially depending on how you do it, like that's how people talk about Lift. The reason that when Lift won me over is I do like the team they assembled. So, but I can't. It's nowhere near this list though. But so number 5 is Inside Man. Number 4, Ocean's 13. I'm putting 13 over 11 only because if I watch both movies, the one that stuck with me more, the one that I love more, and I'm be honest, Al Pacino's in 13, bro. I mean, come on. And having to work with the original guy that you were after is freaking fire. That Ocean's 13 is fantastic. That's my number 4. Number 3, Heat. I would put Ocean's 13 in front of Heat if it came down to like the thing that I love most about about Ocean's 11 is the snarkiness, the highbrow, like quick banters, you know what I'm saying, that happens and stuff like that, but also like the complexities of a heist. But Heat has legitimately one of the best gun battle scenes ever, and it's freaking Al Pacino and Robert De Niro and saying, I mean, come on. How can you possibly go wrong with them two? Number 2, I'm surprised it wasn't on anybody's list, but The Usual Suspects.
Okay.
Freaking Kaiser Sose, bro. Are you kidding me?
You're right.
The greatest trick that Devil ever pulled is convincing the world he didn't exist. That's one of the best quotes I've ever heard in my life. And when they pulled it off in the movie, the only reason The Usual Suspects is not number 1 on this list is because the movie is similar to Heat. Heat moves slow, but it's big moments, and like the overall complexity as a movie puts it in a high space. The Usual Suspects is the same way, especially because I think The Usual Suspects has the best twist in it besides Saw. Saw is probably the best twist I've ever watched in a movie. The Usual Suspects can't be lower than 3, but I can't think of what would be 2 over it. I know a lot of people like the twist in the others, but I'm not putting that over Usual Suspects.
Didn't we do that? We did that list. Top 5 twists. I can't remember what my list was. Go ahead.
I think so. Number 1, I had to put it here only because when you break all of it down and you have the action factor, you have the cultural impact. The poster, bro. I got to give it a Die Hard.
I knew you were going to do that. Even though, didn't you argue against that last week?
I got to give it a Die Hard, bro.
You argued against it last week, though.
What? That is not a heist movie? I don't think I did that.
I'm almost positive we had a conversation where we were like, Die Hard is a.
There was a conversation, but I don't think I was opposed to it being a heist movie. Because remember, I was saying Passion of Christ was a heist movie. I was saying I mean, come on. Passion of Christ is a heist movie, though. I'm just saying. It really is.
You gotta stop saying that, man.
It is. I mean, I don't
sacrilegious. Sacrilegious.
How is that sacrilegious?
I don't know. I'm just fucking.
Number 1 is Set It Off. Stop, man.
Please.
Stop it. Set It Off is not better than The Usual Suspects. Set It Off is not better than Heat. It has more impact to us because we're black, but it's not. I'm not going to just.
Honestly, it don't even really have that much impact to me. So I just being honest.
Well, it had impact based on what they were able to do. As 4 black women.
I thought it was an okay movie, even back then. Like, I thought it was okay back then. I thought it had a really great. I thought it had a really great ending. I'll give it that. Set It Off had a great ending. I don't. Yeah, it did have a great ending. I don't think it can. You know what movie I was wrestling with that I really wanted to put on this list, but I needed more time to get my bullets to put in the clip for it. Shawshank Redemption. How is that a heist movie? No, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I almost put it
I
on
don't
here,
know
but
if
I
I
didn't
would
have
call it. You know what? That will
Dead President. Stop it. Who is that? Who is Facebook user?
Dead Presidents
Stop
is
it.
a heist movie.
I know, but it's not top 5 all time.
No. But you know what we
Yeah,
got to do?
right.
We got to do that. Just brought up something. Top 5 prison break movies.
I don't know if I've even watched enough Prison Break movies to do that.
I watch a lot of movies. So.
I mean, Shawshank would obviously be number 1. I mean, come on. I really, the only reason Shawshank isn't on this list is because I did not have enough time to put my bullets in the clip to make the argument.
It's hard. Face Off.
I didn't have time.
Face Off was a heist movie.
Face Off, good.
How
That's
was
good.
that a heist movie though?
No, he's talking about.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
Prison Break. That's a TV show.
Yeah, Prison Break was that TV show did get pretty addictive.
I never watched it.
It was pretty freaking good, bro.
You know, I could have put. There's a lot of movies I wanted to put. Like I said, Ocean's 13, National Treasure. National Treasure was a good movie. It was a fun movie. Out of Sight. That's one of my favorite ones. I give you a really good one. Now You See Me.
I like Baby Driver.
Baby
I
Driver
put it in my top 5 all the time. I love Baby Driver though. I love.
Could have put the
Army of the Dead. I like the remake of Army of the Dead on Netflix. I really liked it. I really liked it.
That movie was not good.
Yeah, it was to me. For what it was, I'm not saying like it's like Oscar worthy, but for what it was, I
could have put Reservoir Dogs. I almost did, but I thought against it. The first Mission Impossible was a heist movie. Rogue One, Star Wars Rogue One. That's a heist movie. I was trying to find a way to put the Thomas Crown Affair on there. I was trying really hard.
I haven't seen it yet.
You gotta watch that, man. That's a good movie, man. I know it's.
Yeah, I've heard people talking about that.
Pre-2000. Either one of the versions.
I just didn't have. I legit did not have time to do the research that I needed to be able to do.
Money Train,
crazy stuff pop off this week.
You do Money Train.
In the top 5,
Money Train was a really good movie, man. I don't know if it was top 5. I can't put it over Inception. Like every one of mine is. If I can't put it over Inception, I can't put it on the list.
The only reason Inception is not on my list, well, I can't say that because I haven't seen it. I started watching it, and I'm telling you, I just can't. There's another movie like Inception that every time I start watching it, I just never make it through it. Tenet.
No, I haven't finished Tenet. But
I start Tenet. I bought Tenet. It's literally sitting in my Vudu right now, and I watch every movie on Vudu. Aside from that, I cannot. Every time I start it, I'm like, man, what the freak is going on here? At some point, and then I'd be like, you know what, I'm good.
Well, my problem is I can't dedicate the time to sit and pay attention to what's going on.
Exactly, but I don't know that when I watch it, I have enough interest.
Would I consider Money Train over Set It Off or Dead Presidents?
The list is up in the group.
I mean, Money Train has Jennifer Lopez.
Widows
was a good one. Widows was a really good one.
Widows. It didn't make my top 5 only because I mean I loved it, but
I enjoy Money Train over Set It Off and Dead Presidents.
Fate of the Furious.
Dead Presidents is depressing as all get out. So is Set It Off. Like Money Train is fun. It's a fun movie. I can watch it multiple times.
Heat is so good though. Like if Heat was not as slow paced. Man, that's to me Heat. The only downfall to Heat at all is that the pacing is slow. Like it takes longer to get to things. That's why I can't compare it. Ocean's 13. The only reason Ocean's 13 is not higher on this list is because I don't know that like I said, the bigger elements that like Die Hard has literally everything in it. And as an action movie, it is a legendary action movie. So I mean, when you put in the fact that it's a legendary action movie, is one of the. I mean, it's hard to put stuff over it. The Usual Suspects, like I said though, has the same issue as Heat to me. That sometimes it's slow plot wise. Otherwise, that would definitely be my number 1 because twist at the end is definitely the best that I could think of. That was and that's still one of my favorite quotes that I've ever heard in my life. That the greatest trick the devil ever pulled is convincing the world he didn't exist. Whew. Boy, that crap, you could preach for years. you could preach for years on that one statement, bro. That crap is crazy.
Wasn't depressing. I didn't find it depressing.
I didn't think it was depressing.
Set it off as depressing because everybody dies. Spoiler.
It was slow.
Yeah.
Like I said Heat was slow.
I mean,
the usual suspects is slow.
The woman loses her kid and then gets shot and killed in the end, and two of the other ones die, and then she's on the run. Like, that is a bit depressing. It's not really hopeful. Dead presidents. I mean, Jesus. That's depressing too. They're good movies, but yeah. All right, I gotta go. I got work to do.
Yeah.
All right. So what we doing next week? What do we agree on?
Bro, we had like 5.
No, we just agreed on it though, didn't we?
On which one we were doing for next? Somebody said one, but I don't know that we agreed which one was next though.
It was.
Make sure y'all go vote too. The poll is up in the group already.
What was it? I said Morgan's. Danny said we should do. Where is it?
It's something he brought up earlier today. I can't remember because we didn't talk about like 5.
Top. He wanted to do top 5 unscripted moments, and I suggested top 5 hip hop hooks.
Man, hip hop hooks, like, come on, that's a lot. Hey
man, nobody said it would be easy.
Maybe we'll let them decide.
Let's do that. We'll put up a poll. When we do it, I do that. Well, go ahead. I don't want to mess you up.
No, you can do it.
Because you're putting up a poll right now, though, right?
No, it's already in there. The poll.
I'll wait. There. Let's let people vote on that poll, and then we'll go from there. Okay. I know who that is now. Okay. All right, man. Yeah, y'all have a great night. Peace.
Yeah, we'll see y'all next. We'll see y'all next week, man. We appreciate y'all for listening as always. I don't know what happened to the YouTube stream. Something weird happened where we had to reconnect it, so it's not streaming to YouTube like it normally is. But I'll try to get it uploaded up there for everybody to miss it. But I appreciate y'all as always, man. I love y'all. Thank y'all for continuing to rock with us. Continue to tell people about us. Make sure y'all vote in the poll, and we'll see y'all next Tuesday.